Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. How are you doing today? Welcome back to Thrive and Peak. This is episode 7, and honestly, I'm really grateful for all you guys to be here. I'm really grateful to be here with you. If you've been following this channel, you already know what this space is about. We talk about growth, we talk about healing, we talk about the uncomfortable parts of becoming who you were meant to be. And we talk about things people don't always say out loud, right? That's the kind of community I'm trying to build here. And today I want to talk to you guys about something deeply personal. And that's nothing different from what you guys are used to, but just something I've carried for as long as I can remember, as long as I can remember carrying anything, right? And that's survivor's guilt, right? Survivor's guilt, one of those things that shows up when you've been through something, something that other people don't always come back from. And when you do make it out on the other side, it changes you, right? You're not the same person you were before the event or the moment. That's the strange part, because survival is supposed to feel like a victory, right? But sometimes it feels like isolation. It feels like, why am I still here? Why me? Not everybody knows what it feels like to survive something heavy. And even fewer people knows what it feels like to survive it, right? And then carry it, the weight of survival, because you're not done. You start asking questions like, why did I make it? Why didn't they? What makes me different? Why do I deserve to be here? Did I live past my expiration date? And you start to replay it over and over and over again. But here's the part we don't always focus on. Here's the part survivor's guilt doesn't always want you to see. You survive because you're still becoming who you are. You have start to picture yourself at your higher self, because every twist that you've been through, every turn, every decision that you've made, every moment that you don't think, and every moment you didn't think you'd get past, was gathering something inside of you. Information, wisdom, perspective, and you didn't just survive by accident. If you weren't meant to be here, you wouldn't be. That's the truth about it, right? And the truth about meaning, right? I'm not saying we can understand everything. I don't think our brains are built to fully comprehend what one person makes it and the other doesn't. I'm trying to explain that there's a Pythagorean, it's like trying to explain the Pythagorean theorem to a baby, right? We don't have the capacity for that kind of cosmic math, but what I do know is it becomes our job to pick up the pieces, to take what's left of us and make something meaningful from it, so that our pain and suffering and discomfort, it wasn't meant for nothing. Because I took the pieces of what was left for me and I brought them to you today. And you can do that too. You're already proof, right? The thing about survivor's guilt is you're already a survivor. You're resilient by definition. That's the awesome part. What happened to you can never keep you from your best. Never. So don't let it. You did nothing wrong by surviving. You did what you were supposed to do. Humans are resilient. We endure, we climb, we keep going. Sometimes not because we want to, but because we have to. And eventually we learn how to stop looking outwards for answers and start going inward, you know what I mean? Because deep down, you know what you need. No one else can know that from an external factor, from an external factor. They can definitely try to help you. I'm not saying that no one can help you. What I'm saying is only you know what you need. I'm gonna share something personal with you guys. When I was a teenager, I was walking home from school. It was raining. I had my hoodie up. I was walking home from school. There was like some type of threat or something, so we got left early. We got like released early. A police officer just pulled up on me, like relatively fast. He got out of the car, gun drawn, pointed directly at me. I was like 15 or 16, still a kid. Like my brain's still developing, right? Still forming who I was going to become. And he told me, he was like, get on the ground. He searched me, checked my pockets, treated me like I was dangerous, which from his perspective, and that's the whole thing about perspective in life. I didn't gain this perspective in life until later. But at my age, at 15 and 16, I'm like, yo, like this guy has the gun. He already won, you know? And he's like, treat me like I'm dangerous, treat me like, it just felt really uncomfortable. I was never necessarily treated like that before. And then he searched me. He told me that there was a bank robbery. He told me I wasn't him, and and he kind of left. And I was like literally right across the street from the house. I'm going through a whole bunch of these emotions, a whole bunch of things. Like, I'm embarrassed because my neighbors are looking at me. I'm like worried about what like is going to come from that. I'm black as well, so I was just nervous about the tension with the police. And here's the crazy part, though. Slightly before, if you recall, with the Trayvon Martin situation, if you do not recall, Trayvon Martin was a younger gentleman in Florida who was murdered by, I believe, a man named George Zimmerman, and there was a whole bunch of things. Like, it was just a very empathetic, emotional, high tension time to be around because so many things were happening around that time. But my instance happened, I believe, like, mine happened December 16th, 2011. That's how ingrained it is in my brain. But I believe his situation happened a few months after that. And it fucked me up for a while because something similar happened to me, but the difference was he didn't make it home. Because that sat with me, because survivor's guilt isn't always about war or disaster. Sometimes it's about moments you realize I could have been gone, and now you're forced to live with the question, why wasn't I? And that does something to you, especially while your brain's developing, right? And that's kind of why I'm here today, just talking and trying to help people. And survivor's guilt comes in different shapes and sizes and so on and so forth. But again, we're resources for each other. It's the community that I'm building. So if you're carrying survivor's guilt, I want you to hear me clearly. Your survival was not a mistake. Your life is not a mistake. You're still here because there's still something in you. Something unfinished, because you wouldn't be here if it were finished, right? Something worth building. Your job is not to shrink under the weight of survival. Your job is to rise above it. Make something from what you lived through. If no one told you this yet, I'm glad you're here. And the world is better because you survived. It is. So I just want to say thank you guys for being a part of Thrive and Peak. If this message connected with you, just drop a comment down below. Have you ever felt survivor's guilt? Have you ever wondered why you made it through something challenging or something scary or something horrifying in your life? Let's talk about it, because healing happens in community. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much. Much love, and take care of yourself, all right? Have a good one. Thank you.